Hello, everybody. Here I am here with George, our brother from our singles ministry. And George, you are an incredible servant, doing a lot of AV stuff. But you also are somebody who is a traditionalist, who connects with God through some traditions. And I'm so glad you came on this interview. So I'd love to hear some more about how does that pathway work for you? How does traditions and rituals and different things play a role in your relationship with God?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I was brought up Catholic. It's one big thing. But rituals or set schedule helps me a lot in whatever I do. So if there's any disruption to that schedule, it causes me concern and grief. But yeah, I think it might be just my personality. I like the way I connect with God is through scheduled prayer times in the morning, in the evening too, scheduled prayer times, and whenever that happens, that's how I connect with God the most. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I do have some different ways of showing motions here and there. Like I put, not as visible, but I do put my hand to my heart now and then.
Okay.
Just to it's like my symbol for connecting with Jesus and pointing to him as to get me strength here and there. But yeah, that's I think that's it.
Yeah, no, I think I actually I totally appreciate you sharing how you connect with God. And it's you do you. God created you the way you are, and you connect with him, and this pathway resonates and helps you to feel close to God. I think that's awesome, George. So thanks for sharing that. I know there are people that are a lot more spontaneous, and that's what that helps. They have other things that helps them connect to God, right? And there are people that are a little more, that regularity, that schedule. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing in the right place and the right time.
Oh yeah.
So no, I think that's very encouraging. So what would you recommend for somebody who is experimenting with this pathway? What would be good practice that maybe you started to do earlier in your Christian life, or maybe you're doing right now, that something that they can try for a while, for example, to see if this helps them connect with God better?
Scheduling wise, you can schedule prayers in the morning or in the evening, depending on the time, but make it on a regular schedule. It could be 10 minutes or even 5 minutes. There's also during Lent, not even just Lent, just any time at all. You could do fasting is one good thing. It's just being sacrificial about it, being purposeful, and being using that as a pathway to, I mean, not pathway, but more like a stringent thing that you follow on. But you use that to lean on to God more. So like recently I've been for about 6 months now, I've not been eating breakfast during weekdays. I do connect with God through that, and by the time 2 o'clock hits, that's when I normally get my lunch, and I rely on God while I first thing in the morning.
You're ready. Yeah, you're ready to eat at that point, right?
Yes.
No, thank you. It sounds to me, George, that actually is a great suggestion with the fasting, and also the regular, scheduling prayer times. I know there were a lot of monastic orders that had regular prayer times built into their order to help people really, make sure that they bring God in front of their eyes regularly. I think fasting is such a powerful spiritual discipline that we can cultivate. I find that it's the same as you share. When we fast, God, for some reason we're more spiritual. God gives us more spiritual insight, more spiritual power at the same time. So that's those are great suggestions. Yeah, it seems to me as I'm listening to you is that some of these practices really help you to rely more on God and do things with God. God enabling or giving you power. Can you share a little bit more about that?
Yeah, whenever I'm troubled on, let's say, at job or even just stuff at home, well, not here, but like
Back home?
family, yeah. It's a good way to lean on God on certain prayers, and when I'm just needing that extra. Not just extra, probably like a base, uh, basic way of strength. I encouragement and all that. I get that from God, and also I get it from other people too, who I pray with, and it just a prayer. I mean, it's just that's how you communicate with God, and just a very miraculous way of getting and receiving his love in very stringent way.
Okay. We need to be able to be loving, to be able to pass on, to do to live the life that we're planning on living. We need God's love. We need His strength, and connecting with Him and getting that strength is essential. So I love what you share about that, George. Thanks for sharing that and pointing it out. Absolutely. So, yeah. Thank you, George. Thanks for coming on this interview. I really appreciate your thoughts, and it's good to. I definitely see that you give a lot because you get a lot from God and you pass it on. And thanks for it's so great to be recipients of God's love through you and God's serving, through loving, through encouragement. I know I've received a lot of that love personally, so I'm just wanted to thank you and appreciate you, George. So thanks for coming on this interview.
Oh, no worries.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.